whoa, you got Taco Bell? And if any like teacher asks you, you're like, yeah, my mom brought it for me. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, bitch? But to all your friends, you're like, yeah, me and Cerny, we fucking cut school to go get TV. Got a grilled stuffed burrito, Son of Twist, Mountain Dew, did Baja Blast.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, possibly for the very first time.
Possibly. If the last episode was your first episode, we had a file error, and we lost the last 10 minutes of gold fucking material we were dropping on everybody.
We really brought it home.
What a bad first impression we made.
Stays with us, like most of our shows.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Just like every other episode, usually stays between us friends. So everything's safe. Everything's good to go there. Well, we were just chatting before about the Falcons receiver, one of the receivers.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley.
Suspended for a year for gambling.
Yeah, for gambling. Now, he did come out and say he only gambled $1,500, which... You know, he doesn't have a problem.
Okay. He doesn't have a problem. $1,500. Like, what is? I assume if you're playing professional sports, it's just go play blackjack. Don't fucking bet on any
NFL. Why don't you just bet on? You can bet on baseball or soccer.
Yeah, scratch that itch elsewhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
But what's it about? Why would you bet on the own? Do you think?
Haven't you learned from Pete Rose? Has he not taught you enough? He
has been blackballed from almost everything. Fucking Joe Rogan won't even touch him. That's how bad it is. Why do you? What is the desire to like? You're like, if I get caught, maybe that's it. Maybe he's riding the high of. Oh man, if this 1,500
the thrill, the chase.
I got a 3-game parlay for Sunday. I know we're matched up. I'm going to put a parlay at 1,500. And then, what, does he use a fake name or something? How do they find out about this? Or they just...
you know what? I don't know, actually. I just saw it come across because the memes were coming in hot and heavy.
Hot. Oh, dude, that's a gold streak for the meme account.
1,500, lose 11 mil, worst bet in history. And it was like, they would show like, you see like the memes of all those like bonehead routes where it's like, now it all makes sense, you know?
Just roasting him. The thing about when somebody's like getting canceled or memed on, how quickly people go back into their history and find something that ties in so close. It's frightening. It's frightening.
It was something like minutes. It's like, man, the people like must watch you every day.
I know.
Or just wait for the moment. It's like some people must wait just for you to fuck up.
They must have, every professional athlete, they just got a fuck up folder, and then they just go and search, and they're like, oh, cool, we've been sitting on these tweets for a couple of years till they really fucked up. Pounced on them.
So it says Ridley placed bets during a 5-game period in late November 2021 when he was away from the club on a non-football illness list. He's focusing on his mental well-being.
Oh,
so
my.
He's coping. Like,
I'm really burnt out, Coach. What I need to do is blow some money in Vegas. Well, I'm not making excuse for his thing, but if he wasn't actually playing, if he was like,
yeah, he wasn't throwing the game. I think it's just one
but
of those.
I understand
you can't
no exceptions. You can't make any exceptions to this rule.
Yeah, I'm sure it's part of some sort of contract. I'm not sure, but it could be.
Yeah, I would assume they have some sort of clause to not let.
Games.
Yeah.
That's like
what a fucking bad. What
it'd
a boneheaded move.
It'd be like David Blaine, grifting the fucking the card tables, like,
oh yeah,
21, waving his hands over the fucking.
Well, again, 21. Whoa. Oh yeah, when they showed, or he wasn't the one. Who was the more goth guy?
Chris Angel?
Yes, that dude. He had a couple that was, remember he would walk across the pool at the Bellagio or something?
Oh yeah,
some bullshit like that.
And stuff.
Yeah, and they're like, oh look, they're swimming under him, and he's like, I understand, but the way they oversell it, like the overacting, it's
oh yeah,
like they're really fucking trembling and shaking because
it's like they're all stuck from like Buster Keaton where they couldn't speak, where they like overact, so it's like everyone reverts back to that, or Houdini or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and then the
class hasn't updated since 1910.
Like, we stick to the basics in this class. We stick to the basics. Just go with the silent era stuff. Didn't Buster Keaton, he had some like really bad back injuries because he was doing all the pratfalls. He was like the original pratfall guy.
Yeah.
Or I guess Pratt was. I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that how it came about? Someone look that up. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Drop it in the email. ShipItSomeShow@gmail.com.
And if you want a sticker or a shirt or a hat, just drop that in there too. We'll sling it out to you.
We'll pay for your research. Stickers.
Yeah, we'll fund it with a lid for you. Well, Cerny, I know we were talking about this, how you got the Hulu and everyone has fucking at least 5 TV apps. And my wife and I were trying to figure out what to watch, and everything is like so kidnap or death or some and I'm like, at the end of the day, I just want to chill the fuck out. I don't want to watch how some 15-year-old kid. I know. I'm like, I need a break from the world. I don't need to be more consumed with it. So my wife said, let's rewatch The Godfather. And I said, okay, cool. Can't go wrong. It's fucking 98, 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. Probably one of the highest.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw The Godfather, Cerny?
Ooh, it's been a few years.
Well, so we're here watching this thing, and I'm like, this is a brand new movie to me. And I'm like, when did I actually watch this? And I'm like, oh, we would start watching it when we were just really drunk. Like at the end of a drunken adventure, we would just flip it on like, oh, let's watch The Godfather. So in my head, I feel like I've seen it a dozen times.
Okay.
But it's really been a drunken...
Like when we used to do with the Departed?
The Departed, yeah.
We would pass out drunk, like almost the exact same time every time.
Yeah. Oh, you firefighters, bunch of fucking pussies, huh? Fuck yourself, you firefighters.
Then
Smash.
That's always the spot.
I bet it's probably like 3.5 minutes into the fucking.
Yeah, it wasn't right. I mean, he wasn't even a monster yet. Or I guess he was, but he wasn't even hired yet. He was a detective.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The Departed is a fucking classic movie.
Yeah,
that's a good one. But The Godfather. I mean, I was watching, and then we would pause it. My wife looks at me. She goes, "They're like the way they're telling us the backstories of the characters." I'm like, "Yeah." It's a really good movie. They're doing a really good job with it. It's just kind of funny because we're used to seeing The Rock, Fast and Furious 9 crashing into skyscrapers.
No story, really.
No story.
Action,
Just action.
Which I get, if I'm signing up for, can't think of a movie recently, but.
The Jungle Cruise one.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, I didn't either. I just
Jeffrey watched it, and he gave it some thumbs down. So I was like,
"Ooh,
if he gives a thumbs down."
Has he been to the actual Jungle Cruise?
Yeah,
ride
Disneyland. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right. You guys went when you went like a couple years ago.
It was like right before
COVID.
Yeah, it was in 2019. I think it was the end of it.
Right, because you went when the Star Wars. That's right. We did the whole Star Wars thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Godfather. Great movie. If you haven't seen it in a while, it was nice. And, being a little bit older, I was like, oh, okay. I was paying a little bit more attention, I think, than I normally would have.
What podcast I had?
It was a two-nighter, though. 2 nighter.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
Yeah.
It's a long movie.
It was,
Depends actually
when
you start it. We started around 8 o'clock. It's gonna be too hard
chance
for me. So 9:30, I get the yawns.
Yeah, for certain. I was like, pause it, go take a leak, go scout the kitchen, see what's the snack situation looking like, like what's going on, and then I would come back and I'd be like, oh, we should just go to bed. There's no way. Like, why even? He's about to.
I didn't find anything good in the snack department, so I'm just gonna call it a night.
Yeah. Because the snacks that you're grabbing after you already did your first pass and you didn't find anything that really pulled you in, that second pass there's gonna be regrets in the morning. There's gonna be regrets.
Yeah, there's gonna be regret. Because
and
the
your
first pass was now you're gonna start bargaining and you're gonna go something big.
I know. You're like, well, so the other night, I think it was a Thursday or Friday, and it had been a fucking ball buster at work. So I was hitting the weed pen while we were watching something, and I went grocery shopping with Charlie before, my daughter, and she picked out these cookies at Trader Joe's. They're just basically white and pink covered cookies with like sprinkles. They're just the basic kids cookies. Anyway, I almost ate the whole fucking box. I was there and I like went back and I even put them up high. So I'm like, okay, don't come back to these. And I'm like, oh fuck, those cookies are good. So I went and got more. And I was like, on my third time back, I'm like, if you eat all these, she's going to be, because remember when you were a kid and you would, the anticipation the next day, a special treat or something from the grocery store.
And it's been pillaged.
Oh my God. And it's been, your dad has rated it in a stoned haze in the middle of the night. She should be irate with me.
I've done that where it's like, oh, actually, this is my mistake. That happens to me. I'm like, oh, opens the pantry and I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'll eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get like, who ate my cookie? I was like, that's yours? Yeah, that's why I put it in the pantry. Like, of all the places,
you mean the free-for-all area?
You're trying to hide the pantry or the fridge are probably the not the safe places. Did you leave me put a little note in there, like Simpsons would or something? No, no.
You know what you need? You each need your own like basket or tray area that everyone can sort of have their individual snacks.
Yeah,
something like that maybe.
Usually,
or if you just get them all the same thing, then it doesn't matter. That's what's the easy thing with kids.
Yeah, that's the easy thing. But sometimes, like Melanie will get something, but she'll try to put it away, but she'll put it like right there. I'm like, oh, sweet, what's this? Boom.
Because they get tasty
I was
looking
saving
stuff.
That. I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't know.
Write your name on it. Put a name tag on it or something next time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, this is the thing that you got to live and learn these kind of mistakes.
It's also game.
It's good training for, she's going to leave the nest one day and she's going to have a roommate, and the roommate is not, instead of being your dad who cares about you, at least in some regard, it's going to be some fucking nobody that you met in your class that it gives no fucks about your milk or your cereal or whatever.
They care about them. They're only there for themselves.
Yes.
Numero uno.
And honestly, I think, that's the thing. Well, I didn't have like a normal roommate sort of situation, but we did for a little bit. But it's crazy. You're like, was this person raised in the same world that I was? Like, how are the rules that they're living their life by so drastically different from how I'm living my life?
How can they not have a shred of decency for somebody else if they're actually sharing a house with?
Oh my word, I couldn't. Yeah, but anyway, that Godfather. So now Godfather 2 is on deck. That's the best one. That's the better one, I think.
I liked 1 better, but yeah, 2's good too.
Now I remembered all the lines and all this like iconic Godfather scenes. The gun behind the gun behind the toilet thing.
Spoiler alert.
The horse head.
Yes,
that scene was fucking gruesome.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it. I'm like, whoa! Could you imagine how fucked up? You're sleeping.
You wake up in your prize horse. Oh shit!
$600,000 horse's head is laying.
I saw this. So I was listening to this. So sometimes I listen to this pod. what the hell's his name? Sammy the Bull Gravano.
Oh, is this okay?
He was the underboss to John Gotti.
Oh,
so he flipped on him or something because there was a whatever it was. So now he's out of jail, and he's kind of telling the story.
Oh, he's got some books coming out. He's on
he's got
tour.
a book.
Okay.
He's got but so he tells these stories about some of the stuff they would do. It's fucking wild. It's fascinating.
Just
it's like
to send a message or to scare somebody.
Yeah, like he said when he started out and he was a young thug, he was actually part of a different family at the time.
Okay,
and somebody, I can't remember what it was, but the boss, I think his name was Persico or something. Carmine Persico told him, go over there and I need this motherfucker's ear. And he said he was brand new and he was like, okay. So he walked over there. He said, and they beat him up and he said he hit his hand with like a blackjack, those weapons.
Oh yeah.
And it fucking broke the guy's finger off. And he said I couldn't get his ear because he was squirming and like a bunch of people came so they had to run. So he tried to find his finger and he couldn't find it. They had to go back and tell the guy, like, I couldn't get his ear. I tried. He's like, no, you're good. I had another guy watch you. I have another guy that works in the factory.
Like a test.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're good. And it was like, but it's like crazy shit like that. You're like, what the
Jesus?
This guy was like, he was charged for like being a part of 19 murders.
That's
stories.
All. I feel
stories,
like.
Yeah, he was a part of 19. That's all he got. I don't think he's.
They don't know about the other half of them, probably.
Some of the shit that they talk about is like, holy fuck.
Yeah, where they like put him in barrel, like oil drums and all this shit.
He said there was a story or somebody because I guess in the Italian mafia, like,
was this in the United States?
Yeah, in New York. He was part of the five families.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
So eventually he got like transferred or traded over to the Gambino family. He had a beef with the boss's brother, but the boss's brother was in the wrong for something. He was making a pass at somebody's dead wife, and he said, "What's up with that?" Or what? Something like
fucking drama.
So said,
so much drama.
Since he's the brother of the boss, we can't have him kill you. But you're a good guy, so we're gonna. It's like we're gonna trade you over for some draft picks or some shit.
Yeah. Round 5 mob draft transfer.
So he said he went over there, and some of the stories, I'm like, God, like he would get on a roll, and I was like, I can't stop listening to this shit because it's like this guy had a problem with this, so I had to go over there and tune him up, or it's like, what the fuck.
And they just beat the ever-living fuck out of him?
Yeah, he said this was like the 70s, he said.
Oh, geez.
So it was, he said there was something happened where somebody was beating up his girlfriend in front of one of his bars he owned. But he wasn't there or something, and one of the guys that's working for him told him, get the fuck out of there. And the guy turned around and shot him in the stomach. So then he said he lived. I think he took him to the hospital, or was it the vet? It was something like they actually, like he said he got shot once. He had to go to the vet. I was like fucking Trailer Park Boys. Like that was a joke. They used to always go to see the vet because they couldn't go to the hospital. Like what the fuck?
Because the hospital, you'll get arrested.
Yeah,
if you have a gunshot wound or whatever.
So he said he had I forget what it was. He got hit in the head with like a pistol or something, or a knife or something. He had long hair. He said he covered it. He said he had to go down to the police station for questioning. And I guess the police was like, what's up with your head? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I guess he said this is in the 70s. The guy said, you know what? You guys can kill yourselves. I don't give a fuck. Get out.
Well, that's what during the Godfather I was saying. I was like, oh, the cops probably don't mind when the families were sort of turning on. When Sonny didn't pay his toll and he had to pay the ultimate price there, and then all the other fight. The police were probably, oh, this is great. They'll just kill each other.
Kill themselves, yeah.
Everyone will just kill each other.
He said, like in his little podcast, he said for like 99% of the time, they said you don't kill legitimate people. You only kill.
You're only killing thugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't kill a made man unless you get permission. Kind of shit like that.
From who? Other made people?
Yeah, you have to go to the boss and say, this guy is fucking me up, and you have to give a reason why, and they'll yay or nay it.
Oh.
And if you do it, if you killed without permission, then your life's on contract.
Better get the fuck. You better go to Sicily like Michael Corleone had.
Well, there was a story where he said like some guy had a beef and said he wanted to kill him, and so the captain of this other family said, "Yeah, go ahead." So he said someone had told him, called him up and said, "Hey,
get the fuck out of there.
I'm part of this, and it's not a legitimate thing." And so he ended up confronting the guy with the guy's
the guy who was supposed to kill him.
Well, the guy who was supposed to kill him went into hiding because he fucked it, I guess. But the guy who said okay, Sammy had to sit down with him with the boss of that family and say, "Hey, what's going on?" So I guess he said this is an excuse.
Awkward.
Quote, well, your name was Sammy, so I thought you were Jewish. He goes, "What the fuck's that got to do with anything?" Because he goes, "That was an Italian guy." So then, so then he said, like, the guy's like, "So you said okay without actually doing an investigation?" He said, like, 3 days later, the guy's head was floating in the river.
Damn.
I was like, oh shit, man.
Jesus.
You better do your research before you make a decision. I would be the worst. Like, hey, we got to kill this guy. Like, hold on a second.
Hold on.
I need a list of reasons. I need to know. I need their thumbprint. I need to know. I'm not making a mistake.
This is something I'm not dropping the ball on. Now, I wonder if you got the okay to go put the hit on somebody, and I saw that same person, and I knew about this. Could I put the hit? Could I kill that dude as a solid, or you're the only one that has the permission to do it?
I think I forget how they do that because
there's all these codes.
Like,
there's all like this code.
It's like a legitimate. Like, there's a lot of rules you got to follow, and you fuck them up.
And they're all unwritten. It's like baseball.
Yeah, good thing you don't have Goose Gossage out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Goose, fucking asshole, Goose.
Although I think he said he wanted to punch Manfred in the face, which I was like, "Ooh, Manfred, how dare you?
How
dare you make me agree with Goose?
Get in line, Goose." Well, as the meme that we shared earlier today was Manfred, the MLB commissioner. He's punished the fans of the baseball fans more than he did the Astros.
I know. I was like, that's the best summary. I think that about sums it up right.
Yeah, I don't.
Astros just get labeled cheaters. We can't even watch baseball. Can't even watch cheaters.
No.
We don't even know what Freddie Freeman. We have no idea what's going on with him.
I heard the Rays offered him
and the
contract?
Dodgers. Fuck.
Oh, dude, that would really hurt me deep. That would be bad. That would be all bad.
It was like the year Isaac Bruce went to the Niners. I mean, I was spiraling into a dark depression.
Your stomach was just a knot.
My favorite player of all time is now.
Oh my god.
Wearing red. I was like,
he's defiled. He's Well, we have the spring has sprung. I don't know about you, but like every fucking tree around here, it looks like an allergy attack waiting to happen. I'm scared to go outside.
My nose has been getting me, and I was like,
I'm just leaking. I'm just leaking. And I don't know about you. I guess it makes me somewhat of a heathen, but if I'm out, I'm not in public. I'm not in the grocery store and doing this, but if we're out, like in the front of the house or whatever, or on a hike, I'll just do a little snot rocket, like a little one on the left and then one on the right, just clear the thing. And my wife looks just absolutely sickening at me.
Yep, I get yelled at every single time.
I'm like, what do you want me to do? Wipe it on my shirt?
Yeah,
like a toddler.
I'm like, I'm not walking all the way back in the house.
Right, and hankies. No one has a hanky anymore.
No.
A hanky could also be known as like a COVID fucking napkin.
Yeah,
because if that's just capturing viral load after viral load, that thing be like a Molotov cocktail. You throw it at somebody, it's like like every fucking disease coming at you.
Oh, you ready for a story?
Let's have it.
Friday, I was driving, get some feeders for Jeffrey's animals.
Oh, good Lord! Has there been any growth in the collection? He's got a birthday coming up soon, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. So as of right now, no.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's been trying. But
what's he trying to get now?
A rough green snake.
Oh my god!
Like
why does it called that?
Little, I don't know. They're like these little tiny, like they're really thin.
Oh,
and they eat crickets and stuff, but I don't know.
Gives me the skeeves. I don't like that shit at all. I don't like that. Anyway, okay, you're going to buy some frozen rats for this python or whatever he has.
Get a phone call from the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Zach has been suspended from school. And I was like, what?
Wait, didn't he have detention last week?
Yeah, and he got suspended. And I was like, what? I was like, oh man.
Whoa. Is she
dead?
Is she popped her top?
Fuming. Like,
okay.
It wasn't that quiet. It was like yelled and then hung up the phone. I was like, oh. So then call me back. And she told me, she's like, he's been suspended for 2 days. So what did he do? Now this one,
I'm sitting down.
Him and his buddies were making sanitizer bombs. And I was like, what is that? And all they was taking like tissue and like putting some hand sanitizer on it and throwing it at each other.
Okay.
That's it. It was like a soggy napkin of hand sanitizer. Well, one of the kids that was playing got hit in the face and didn't like it and told on him.
Okay.
And it got into his eye.
Okay.
So then he got suspended for that. I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like,
damn.
So this kid was playing the game, or was he just not?
He was
like,
just an innocent bystander.
You were striking
or
innocent. You're like, no, he was playing the game. At lunch? I was like, in class? He's like, no, at lunch. I was like, wow. You got suspended for that? I was like, wow.
We would have we would have missed like a third of high school.
I know. I was like,
that's all we did was fuck around.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of friend is this?
Well, maybe the kid feels bad. Because, when sometimes you're like, oh, and then you don't expect it to get so far out of your control.
I don't know. Yeah. He said he was like throwing it at
was
him.
The whole gang,
Yeah. Well, there was a bunch of them that got rounded up and
in the paddy wagon?
Suspended. Yeah, suspended. I was like, what?
Can you appeal that shit?
I said, that's a tough one to punish on. I said, come on. I told my wife, I said, you can ask Chip. I said, if that's what he got suspended on, Chip, we would have
come on.
Third of school would have been out.
I know.
And I guess the vice principal said, well, these boys, and they have a lot of horseplay. I was like, yeah.
They're 14, 15-year-old boys.
That's what I was telling them.
What the fuck would you like from them?
Yeah, I said, you can't.
Horseplay.
There's nobody that can fathom how much energy you have.
You're you're like the sun. There's so much just to go. I don't.
And you don't think
that's
about
too
anything.
bad.
I know. It's like, well, I said, just have him service 2 days.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Hey, if anything, it makes him look like a hardened criminal, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beating the girls off when he gets back.
Comes out. He's got his sleeves rolled up. He's got a couple tats. Where'd you get those? Oh, I was in suspension.
That's a suspension.
I was suspended.
I was just like, wow, that's wake.
Are you allowed to? Can you appeal that?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, I guess what's the big deal about it? I guess
just 2 days. He can just service 2.
So he gets a fucking vacation.
That's the best thing. He got suspended on a fucking Friday, so he gets Monday, Tuesday off. He got
4-day weekend to play Xbox.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
What a come up.
I should be taking notes. If we can get in the time machine and go back in time, we can.
Oh my lord. Yeah. Oh,
I was
for
like,
sure.
wow. I said, we used to just get punished physically, PE coach, or the teacher would tell your coach, and then you'd just be running for the whole practice.
Yeah, they would punish your cardiovascular system by making you run extra poles.
Yeah. So I was like,
yeah.
I thought for sure it was going to be something. I said, because I kept asking, I was like, were you hitting people that were walking by, or was this in class? I said, no, we were standing at lunch, started at each other, and this kid got mad because I hit him in the face. I was like, he ducked, he threw it, a kid ducked right into it, and I was like, oh, what? I said, this friend.
Did he go boom headshot after he hit him?
Yeah, I know.
That's literally how I met my wife, was hitting someone in their face. And I didn't even. Wow. That's
not even a talking to.
No, that was par for the course, as we mentioned last week.
Oh, I told my wife some of the locker room antics we used to do.
Yeah. And we weren't fucking around with randos. Like, we weren't stuffing kids in lockers. We were fucking with each other.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
It was like only within the group. I think maybe that's why. I don't know. That's why I don't feel too bad about any of it, because it's all like, oh, we were fucking with Joe or fucking with each other.
And rarely do we ever fuck with anybody else, but that's only when, like, remember, like, the freshman would, like, mouth off, like, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, well, now you got our attention.
Now, yeah. But, I mean, but when we were going to high school, I remember our parents going, oh, yeah, fucking swirlies. And, like dunking people in the toilet and flushing the fucking toilet down, atomic wedgies, duct tape. We didn't do any of that stuff.
No, it didn't. It was only self-inflicted.
Each generation's getting
softer,
tamer and tamer. Yeah, softer, I guess. That's another word for it, too. Man, we would have, Maybe they weren't very liberal with giving out detentions or anything either.
No, I remember it was a lot of it was just like you had to scrape gum and, like, just stupid stuff.
Honestly, as much as I ran my mouth, I can't tell you that I actually got a detention at high school.
I don't think I did.
What?
Mr.
What?
I wasn't even attending the class. I was in the hallway. Boxing Joe and Mr. Clark and put it after class.
Oh,
it wasn't even. We weren't even in class. We were just horsing around. Like, we had those big, novelty-sized boxing gloves. And we were like,
nice.
Oh, yeah.
The rock'em, the ones you can inflate.
Yeah. Those ones.
Nice.
And we were like,
those are good.
We were just fucking around, and he like blew through the door, and I was like, hey, get in here. We're like, what? We had to sit. We just had to sit there for
fucking boring.
Whatever it was.
We were the first generation that had cell phones at, like, high school, basically.
Yeah, the Razor.
And we would,
or the Sidekick.
You'd flip that thing open. You flip it open, you'd be like, "Sir, I'm going to the bathroom in 5 minutes. See you there." And then we would just go fucking wander around the school for 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, we would go take a leak just to Scout's honor. We went to the bathroom and then head back,
Remember the hall monitor, Robo? Remember he would like hide.
Oh, he was on to us.
He would hide in he was on us because he would kind of hide in that one room with the tinted window so you couldn't see him.
Oh, yeah.
And he would open the door like, hey, guys. Come. But he was actually he was pretty cool. He was just...
Yeah,
get to your class within the next few minutes, okay? I know what you're doing.
Right. He's on to the fucking games and the antics of Chip and CERN.
Yeah.
What was his? He wasn't I guess he'd be a campus monitor. Technically,
yeah, campus monitor. That's what he was.
He would he had a golf cart, and he would remember the golf cart, and he would just drive it around.
We used to hide. Remember, we'd have to hide from it. Remember, we got down because we were going to Taco Bell. Remember, and we'd like get behind the car, and he would drive by.
Oh,
when he drove by, we'd run to our cars.
So he would, yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, he would drive around campus in the golf cart. Basically, if someone's sick, they would call him, and he can just come by, pick up little Johnny from social studies, drive him back to the office. And then, he's got to transport so-and-so. He's got to look out for Chip and CERN. We're on the lam again. Yeah. And he's got to find all these people. Part of his job, too, was we had a closed campus, so we couldn't come and go as we pleased for lunch, which is another crazy... Could you imagine if they would have let us leave campus for lunch? We never would have came back.
Never would have came back. Especially, since we had, athletic PE.
No chance.
Fourth period, which is our last period of the day. Especially in May, because when baseball was over, I would have been gone.
We're well, it's 11 o'clock. School's out for the day. We're gonna go hit the teriyaki to go, get a rice ball, then go.
Mischief.
Yeah, go do some more horsing around somewhere. Yeah. So if you were going to ditch class, and you would have to. Getting out of the campus wasn't the hard part.
No, even though they locked the gates, they did a
they locked it up, but there was always
because they would have the chain but they would give it so much slack. I mean, I guess like a full grown adult, like, but we were still, I mean, we were teenagers, but so we were like, slender enough where we could just slink through the gate.
Yeah, we had rubbery enough joints we could just get through there. And then you can hear it because it was all electric. So it'd be like, and you would hear it coming up.
He had a routine. So it was like Prison Break. You'd clock that shit after a while.
Yeah, you knew his path and what he would do because it was like, oh, it's 12:45. I got to do my lap around he had his, he had his sort of itinerary for his job. And so we just played to that.
It gives you a very good understanding of like, the inmates are always watching the guards. They always know the routines. And it's like, you're always like, wow, I wonder why you think about like, oh no, we knew everyone else's routine.
When you're a caged animal trying to escape at every moment.
So yeah, we'd let him drive by and we would duck behind the cars and he would drive by. We knew once he hit the end of the aquatic center, remember, because we did it through the side.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For a great pod, but there was a side yard that we'd slink through the side by the wood shop.
Yes.
He would drive up and down there, and then once he hits the aquatic center, he was going to go to the main parking lot. So once he hit there, then we would run to our cars.
Right. Oh, man. And we got out. One time we got caught, though. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I was about to turn the ignition over, and we looked over, and he was just like staring right at us.
And the rearview mirror. He like parked the thing right there. Like,
I was like, oh.
Hey, we were just checking.
I was like, we're getting our stuff for baseball. He's like, I'm like,
both of you?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's team.
Yeah.
We got a game. Oakmont today, I think.
It's like, surprisingly, he let us back. You just get back there.
See, that one we totally got away with. I don't know how that happened.
He let us go.
I think he knew that we were good kids and, we didn't mean anything by it. Or we didn't have any evil intent. We were just trying to fly the coop.
Yeah.
You got to let the seagull spread its wings.
Actually, we did always come back. We would just get Taco Bell or something like, of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Taco Bell was, you go out, you hoof a right on, what's that, Wood Creek Oaks, left on Junction, and you're right there.
Within 3 minutes away.
3 minutes, you get TB and you'd be back. And then it was always a flex to walk back on campus with your Taco Bell drink and your bag. Mm-hmm. And they're like, whoa, you got Taco Bell? And if any teacher asks you, you're like, yeah, my mom brought it for me. What the fuck are you going to do about it, bitch? But to all your friends, you're like, yeah, me and Cerny, we fucking cut school to go get TB. Got a grilled stuffed burrito, Son of Twist, Mountain Dew, did Baja Blast. Yes. Oh, man. I remember feeling like my dick was fucking 16 inches long, hanging out of my shorts, walking back on campus with the
boner.
Yeah, with the food. You're just like, I am the baddest ass motherfucker here right now. And we eluded a man in his early 40s in an electric golf cart. And we made it. That's how we made our escape. Man. Yes, we really did that. I think because that we played baseball, we had such good intel about the entire property of the school.
Yes.
We knew about every gate because we had to go fetch all the foul balls that would go back in the field or go be. Mm-hmm. So we knew.
Or there was always like some sort of, I remember they used to have some equipment hiding in like some.
Yes. Shed or something.
Where the hell is this shed? We have to go all the way out there.
Yes.
Or we'd be punished and we'd have to run the fucking campus and you scout your terrain as you're running it.
Yeah, you're like looking where holes where you can dodge out of. So we knew every which way around the campus and how to get off. And that only played to our benefit, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Man.
But then, today, who knows what kind of punishment that gets you. You might be
arrested. Expelled? They call the police on you? Do they have did we have an actual cop?
Yeah,
we did have an actual
Jeter.
cop, right?
Yeah, Jeter.
Was he holding though? Was he strapped?
I don't remember. Actually.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was.
Which I don't think Roseville.
Really
I think you're probably fine, but who knows now?
Yeah, at that point in time, I don't.
But he wasn't doing. He was. I don't even know what he wasn't on campus every day. The actual.
I don't think so. He was there. I think it was like 3 or 4 days a week.
Just
he was like mostly He was actually pretty cool. He mostly just break up the fights, and if there was like a drug thing going on, he'd be kind of doing his investigation.
Oh, you know, easy an investigation on high schoolers would be.
Oh yeah,
you like solve the case in like an hour or two.
I know.
I just found the kid, and I told him I was going to call his mom unless he told me who sold you this, and he fucking flipped.
Yeah,
it would be the easiest investigation.
No tight lips there.
No, there was nothing, and you just be like, oh, I don't know, but we never. What was the worst? Was the worst trouble we ever got in? Was mostly for running our mouth in baseball practice.
Mostly,
and it was just one time we had to run like 30 or how many poles, and a pole like a baseball diamond. If you ever played or seen baseball diamond, a pole is running from the foul pole along the dirt all the way to the other side and back, and that's one.
Yeah.
And this is like in the summer, and it's hot, and they'd be like, "Go run 20 poles."
And they would just water the grass, so it's humid as fuck. Dude, and you'd be like,
bugs and shit flying. Oh fuck!
Or what they call them, the tripods, where you had to run from the plate to foul pole back to the plate.
Oh, yeah, just making you run more.
Yeah, mostly it was just for running our mouth and clowning around. I mean, like we said last week with the PE, with the jumping in the pool, getting out. I think PE we got mostly crab walks and running because we were just horsing around.
But that's where we felt we can we finally had an outlet to get our energy out, and we still couldn't be contained. We still were causing problems. And literally all we had to do was run around for 90 minutes or whatever.
And I think our PE teacher, he was pretty cool.
He knew. Yeah.
He did get a lot of it go. After a while, I think he got tired of some of it. It's like, guys, I fucking told you to stop it.
Well, it's funny enough because watching my son's going to be 3 in a couple months, and already I'm just like, you tell him not to do it, and it just happens anyway. And I'm like, okay, this is how I already noticed this is going to be, and he's 3. So when he's 13, I should not be surprised when he just does the same thing, because that's the type of person that he is. And I'm trying to accept that right now.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't mad when Zach got the suspension for that. I was like, in this place, there was a lot of horseplay. I was like, okay. I said,
what do you think they're in church?
Fucking horseplay.
What do you think they're in church? They're fucking like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that.
After school, the horseplay was even worse.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then when we had cars and at night, once dark went down.
Darkness? Oh boy. Were you there that one time when the Roseville police got the helicopter out?
I don't know. I feel like I was there
we
for a
were
lot
at this
of that.
park. There was like 150 of us.
What?
And
maybe I wasn't there.
We were like, it was a park by your wife's house. You know that park right there? Remember that one?
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of it. We were there, and I can't remember. It was like
Silverado or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Heritage Joke.
And Mike. I
Uh-huh.
think they were boxing. Yeah, Mike M. They were boxing, and people were like, I forget, people were like betting on it or whatever it was. We were just there, and the fucking helicopter came. It's like shining on us. Like,
I don't
to your
think
houses. I was like, what the fuck? It's like people called that in. Were they get a helicopter?
Well,
they got a helicopter for
it's like
150 kids hanging out in the park.
First of all, Roseville has like one helicopter, and they're like, all right, boys, we got a high school fight breaking out in the park. Let's fire up the bird. Go. They got 8 people out there. They're like, attention all units. 100 white kids fighting in the park.
It was just they had the boxing gloves on and stuff. It was just like,
it wasn't even bare knuckle.
No, I remember, it was just a boxing glove. They had boxing gloves on.
I remember that being a thing with that kind of group, was like not fighting necessarily, but kind of like a boxing thing. And it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember they used to play body shots all the time.
Yeah, and that was too much. That was a bridge too far for me. I'm like,
we always. I think I got a couple of them where it was like I got punched and it was like because it was like body shot and it hit you. You're like, hey, what the fuck?
You're
I'd
like,
be kind of mad. I wasn't aware of the game at the moment.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm not playing this game with you guys.
Yeah, I didn't sign off on this.
You guys play that. I play the non-punching game. I don't need to be sore and bruised every day. That's not fun for me.
No.
Oh man.
So yeah, I remember the police coming out for that one. I was like, what?
Well,
police came out a couple times. Remember, we used to do. Did you when they used to get the snow? So it would snow, and then everyone with a truck would go up and like
Tahoe and bring it down.
bed.
Yeah, I do remember that one once or twice.
Yeah,
and they'd like dump it all in the parking lot and have like a giant snowball
fight.
Yeah,
and then you throw it at cars, and then the police would come and they would tell us to go home,
and then
we'd come back right after they left. And you play it. I remember the one time where they came back like the third time, and I remember it was some female police officer because she was like it was her third time, and she was like,
boy,
boys and girls, if I have to come back again, you will be going to jail or to your parents' house in my car. And I was like, ooh, I picked jail.
I've been naughty, officer. Arrest me.
Well, you're not gonna drop me off at home. I'm either home or jail. Like, ooh, I'm gonna pick jail. I'm not going home.
Yeah. Like, did a cop just drop you off at the house? We'll talk about it tomorrow.
just leave it off. Leave it off.
Yeah, we'll we'll handle that one another day. Well, now I'm okay. So Charlie's 6. So when she's 16, what kind of fucking shenanigans are going to get you suspended when you're 16?
See, for girls, I don't know. See, like Melanie, it's just mostly attitude. It's not no horseplay. Just mostly dude. I think that's mostly
and just cutting, just like the relationships are so violent towards each other, like with drama and it's just, I don't know. It's
like this whole unspoken, like, oh, this person looked at me. I know they were just upset. And I'm like, they just looked at you.
What? You can read people's mind now?
Yeah, I know. Shit.
The fucking crystal ball? What's going? Come on.
It's always shit like that. It's a lot of it.
And that's why, with guys or like high school boys, usually, it's like, oh, best buds. You could be in fisticuffs, and then once you just get that out of your system, everything's good.
Yeah,
that's all. That was the talking and the feelings coming out. But guys aren't brought up how to properly express those, so they use their fists and words and violence to do it. Just try to beat the shit out of each other, and then they get over it. But yeah,
so it's a lot. Okay. It's a lot of that. But yeah, boys. I mean, it's just a horseplay.
It's horseplay. I think that's all that's all I foresee. And
and he got in trouble for mask snapping. Like they would snap the masks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see that. I said if we were in ninth grade, I could see snapping masks as a game.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, they would fucking snap bras or thongs or whatever. So Cisco did that. He did a whole song about it. Didn't he get in trouble for something? He had some bad underage sex thing, right?
Oh, did he? I
think so.
Remember.
Allegedly. I feel like but I wonder if he got. I think it happened before the whole canceling thing happened.
Let's see here. Go to his Wikipedia. Cisco.
Oh.
See if he has any
sexual allegations, misconduct allegations. It would be its own like category almost, I feel like.
It still doesn't have its own category.
Oh. Well, maybe I had Cisco and R. Kelly mixed up for some reason.
Well, that one's unmistakable.
Yeah, that one's less of an allegation. That's more of facts. Well, Cisco, I'm sorry if I ran your good name through the mud. We'll take this time to formally apologize.
But his thing, I guess, is about royalties to the Thong song. That's all I really see.
Oh, okay. Well, stand corrected. Good for Cisco. I'm going to spin the Thong song after this, just for give him that 10th of a cent on Spotify. Does it do good?
When did that song come out?
Ooh, That's got to be a 98 to 2000. No, I'm going to say it's 2001, 2002, I feel like.
That's, I see it as.
That feels right on.
19, released February 15th, 2000.
Oh, 2000. Right as one of the first songs of the millennium. The Thong song. The Thong song. Mom, Dad, what happened when year 2000 happened? What happened?
Well,
there was this black guy, and he bleached his hair, and his name was Cisco, and had a song called the Thong Song.
It was a hit.
It was a hit, and it brought generations, it brought races, it brought sexes. Everyone was brought together around the Thong Song.
I knew I loved it back in the day.
How could you not? Let me see.
Especially the music video.
Oh, dude, the music video. I knew if I had seen that thing, I was going to have to run a batch later. I already... Because the booties in there were just too... it couldn't go unnoticed. So 2000 when that came out, I was 13. Do you think a 13-year-old is going to be capable of not jerking off after watching the Thong Song music video?
Several times.
Multiple. Like, give 5-minute refractory period, just right back on the horse.
The mind is set to record.
Yes.
Or later. Bank.
And that was one that you would even forego downloading. Well, if you had Kazaa to download the Thong Song music video, one, it would take like a week, and you have to leave your internet connected for the whole.
Or LimeWire. Remember LimeWire?
Oh, LimeWire, yeah. Do you remember with dial-up, you would try to leave, when you were downloading shit, you would just leave your internet connected all the time?
Yeah, like overnight.
And then your parents would pick it up and be like, were you on the fucking internet last night? It's like, I was downloading something, Mom.
Yeah. I remember getting so mad because you could either you can't get on the internet. We're expecting a phone call. So it was like, fuck.
I know. Could you imagine? I just don't think that's crazy. Now, could you imagine not being able to use your phone to go on the internet or anything? If someone was on, it's too much. It's too.
See, the kids we're old now, but the kids today.
Now to the boomer portion.
I were laughing about something because it was remember the shows you would watch after school, or in the morning. If you were late, fuck, you missed.
You missed it. Yeah,
that's it. And then he was Jeffrey was talking. I was like, well, why couldn't you just rewind it? I was like, there was no rewinding it.
No,
you missed it. And you didn't even know. You had to go to the fucking TV guide and try to look up when next time they're going to replay that episode.
The TV guide. Yeah. There was no guide channel or.
No, remember it was the book, the little stupid book.
Yeah. Wow.
The whole week, all
my God.
15 channels.
Yeah. And I remember you would wake up and your Saturday morning cartoons would be whatever. And if you were really into the Batman, and one day it just wasn't on anymore at 7 a.m, you literally don't know what happened to it. Did it get canceled?
Oh, that's right.
Is it to a different channel? Did they do a time shift? Did they switch slots? Oh, it was I guess this thing I loved, I'll never see it ever again.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Forever.
And you'd have no idea what happened to it. No idea. I feel like this is our nostalgia episode, Cerny. Just talking about. We did it again. No kerfuffles with the recording software.
I like it.
I love it. Can't be too angry. Now we have to see if it's going to. There's also this thing down here. Did you see? I can say, oh, I have something to say. I can raise my hand.
We have that in Teams. At work.
Oh yeah,
we'll do it all the time.
Do you have?
I don't use them ever.
No, I just unmute. I'm gonna barge.
Interject my voice.
Yeah. Interject my booming voice into the thing. Anyway, well, we ran the whole gamut today, Cerny. We did it.
We did, from Godfather to getting suspended to shenanigans to
more shenanigans.
Saturday morning cartoons.
We did. We gone and done it. We gone and done it another week. What were people going to look up for us? Well, look us up if there's any Cisco sexual allegations, if that's true or false. And there's something else earlier.
We were getting the show.
Yeah. We don't remember what it is, but hopefully you do. No. And send us
something
email.
To do with Godfather? No,
it was something else.
Gambling? I don't know.
Anyway, tell us, send us an email, fact check us.
chipacernshow@gmail.com.
Let us know if you want a lid or a shirt or stickers or whatever. We'll get it off to you. No problem.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Boom. And just like that, another one done. Till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Sir.
Cheers.